Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is going to be a collaboration video with Wrapunzel, who is supplying all the scarves and the shaper that you're going to see. And I just want to say that these two wraps that you're going to see, it's all requested by you recently in the last, I think, 2 weeks. I have gotten comments for my other videos that have nothing to do with Wrapunzel, that are more makeup related, where you wrote in the comment section, wow, this look, I really like that, how did you do it? So I'm going to do both of those wraps where you commented on that you wanted a tutorial on this, and I'm going to put it in the category of 2 ways to use, and I'm going to use this one, the Playful Patchwork Scarf, because in both cases I was wearing a scarf, sorry, a scarf that had tassels, and this happens to be one from Wrapunzel that has tassels. And of course you can use whatever you want, it doesn't need to be like this, it can just be anything, but yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. It's going to be 2 looks, and I hope you enjoy. So without further ado, let's go right into it. Okay my lovely, so this is the first look of the looks that have been requested, and for that I'm taking the Shiny-licious and I'm putting it on my Wendy shaper. Of course you can use smaller shaper, bigger shaper, you can use all kinds of different scarves. I'm just using what I have, and my collection is not that big for my collaboration tutorials, so I'm just using what I have. So this is the Shiny-licious, and it is obviously a super stunning, super Leorah kind of a scarf. It's sparkling, you know, that's what I always say, go ahead and sparkle. So the Shiny-licious is exactly what I always tell everybody to do, and I love this. Alright, so I'm just tying a knot behind my head like that, and I'm using that just as a base. So now we're going to use this one, and this is the Playful Patchwork Scarf, and I have featured that already, I think, in my Wrapunzel top 10, and it was very close to the top. So this is awesomeness. I love this one, and especially I do love the tassels on the scarf, because it adds so much to every look if there are these playful tassels hanging out. I just really like that. Anyway, and also it gives you so many color options of combinations that you can do, or just as a standalone thing, you know, if you have like a black outfit or just a blue outfit and nothing, no distractions, and then just this on your wrap, it's like boom. So that's what we want. Anyway, so for this wrap I'm going to put it on an angle, which I do a lot. I don't know if I ever wrap anything straight. It's like almost never happens. So you have to though watch out, because the one side is a little bit more subdued. I always call it the left side because that's how we say it in German, but then the right side is the one that is supposed to be shown and outside. So I don't know if that is in English like that too, but that's what I do. Anyway, so now I have to choose a side, and for me it's always this side, because I can only wear this short earring here. So if I have something like a feature here, I'm always gonna put it here so I can show that one earring that I still have left. Yeah, so in case you were wondering, I have a medical issue. I can only wear short earrings here, and that's the whole thing why I always do my centerpieces sort of on this side. Okay, so now I put it down, but I'm not putting it down with both ends hanging down equally. I move it a little bit towards the side where I in the end want to have my featured piece. Okay, so let me just double check. So I'm moving it a little bit like this, and I'm actually bringing it, like crossing over in the back, and then I'm bringing it up to where it's going to be, like this, and I'm going to tie a knot. Okay, don't worry about things hanging out here, that's okay. Okay, so that's what I did, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the Shiny-licious up. And the first knot that I did with the Shiny-licious here in the back of my head, it's really just to secure everything into place. If you don't need that, if you feel secure with your shaper and it doesn't slip and it doesn't move, then you can just put it down, cross over, and immediately do a knot here. Okay, but for me it always feels better to have that one extra knot right here in the back, because once I have that first knot down, nothing moves anymore. So I find that incredibly helpful. Anyway, so what we're going to do today is that I'm just tying a knot here as well, right in front of the Playful Patchwork Scarf. And then actually I'm going to do a double knot because I just want to be sure that it doesn't move. And then I'm just going to use the principle sort of the, wow, this is cool. But for now we're going to go with the principle of the side ruffle wrap. And so we are just going to push the ends through this itself, sort of, you know. And I think most of you know the principle of the side ruffle wrap, where you just feed back and forth through itself, if that makes sense. Anyway, so these are these little round poofs, or I don't know how to call it. Now you can of course use a scarf that doesn't have fringes if you mind that, but I think in general this whole look is anyway so playful that it really doesn't bother me. If it would be a look that is like more elegant, then I would not choose this scarf anyway, right? So then I wouldn't use anything with fringes either. Alright, so for the matter of, or for the sake of being super secure, I'm going to tie another knot here as well. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing that I just did with the Shiny-licious. I'm going to do exactly the same thing and use the principle of the side ruffle wrap, words escaping me, and just push it back and forth like this. And then you get these little things here. And you know what, for the normal regular classic side ruffle wrap, I would now poof them out and, like, you know, really extend them and turn them into flowers. But for this look that you have requested, I didn't do that. I kept it really small and tight, and you guys were wondering how I did that. So this is really how I did it. I used that principle of the side ruffle wrap and just didn't follow it through to the end. I just left it small, like this. And then the end, I feel like totally free to just let it hang down a little bit, you know, to be playful, because that's the whole concept of this wrap and of this scarf, you know, to be free and you know, do whatever you want. Anyway, just tugging away the last little thing here. So I hope this looks good from the back, because of course I haven't seen it, but I think it feels okay. So I'm going to show you all the way around. You can of course do a variation of this when you, for example, take the Playful Patchwork Scarf all the way down and just leave a sliver here of the Shiny-licious, and then you don't have the Shiny-licious showing here, but you know, you can take that wherever you want. Yeah, so this is the first look. And I really like it because it's super playful, it's super easy, and I think this whole concept of the side ruffle wrap is, for me, it is super stunning. I love it. It always looks special. Yeah, so that's the first look. Okay, for the second look we're going to start out exactly the same, again using the Shiny-licious as a base, and again I'm going to put it down from the top down, and again I'm choosing a side as my featured side, which is again this part. Of course you can do it differently, whatever is your side that you're comfortable with. And which is funny, you know what, it used to be I used to do everything on this side, and then this whole issue with my ear developed, and yeah, so I had to switch over, which was weird in wrapping because my brain was trained to do everything here, and it felt really, really weird in the beginning, but now I'm getting used to it. Anyway, so I'm putting this down and I'm going to wrap it already now a little bit towards this side. Okay, so I'm going to flip this in a tiny little bit. I'm going to tie a knot in the back. This Shiny-licious is so nice because it is shiny and it looks like almost it could be slippery, but it's not. Like once you tie a knot, it feels really, really good. Anyway, so now now I'm going to take my Playful Patchwork Scarf, and again I'm putting it on an angle because this has to be done, because otherwise it'll look straight and that's not going to look good. It's not going to be flattering. So put it again on an angle, and I'm again putting it a little bit towards the side that I want to feature. So on this side it's hanging down a little bit longer, like this, and I'm actually tying a knot in the back too. I don't know excuse me, I don't know if you can skip that step. If you have problems with tying knots, you can try. For me though, for me it was, wow, sorry for losing my voice here. For me it's just really, really helpful to do that, and but it might not be necessary. Anyway, so I have now basically both ends hanging down like this, one of each on each side, and now I'm taking the Playful Patchwork Scarf and one side of the Shiny-licious, I'm putting it up here, or bringing it up here, and I'm tying a knot right here. Like this, and I do exactly the same thing with the two remaining ones, so they always pair up with the counterpart. Okay, so like this you have a nice pattern developing here. You can of course then adjust the colors that you want to feature. And this knot you place exactly behind the other one. And this is it. This is the look you saw in one of my other videos, and where you asked me, well, how did you do that? So it's really, really easy, and I think it's really flattering. I think it's very, very nice to, you know, the normal thing that I would do is to pair up, when you tie the knot here, to pair them up with each to his own, you know, to pair the Shiny-licious with the Shiny-licious. But I think this is really, really cool. So let me show you how it looks. And again, of course, you can do spin-offs of that. Okay, so that's what I do all the time, and I just want to encourage you to do that, because it's just not one wrap. It's like a whole world behind each wrap, because you can always take it 1, 2, 10 steps further. Okay, so you can, for example, just take this up here and push it in here, and then have fringes hanging out like this, you know, and you have a whole new thing that also looks amazing. And people think, wow, how did you do that? And the only thing I did was I just tucked it in, and that's it, you know. And me personally, I don't even think much about it, because stuff like this for me develops while I wrapped like this in the morning, and then at some point it gets on my nerves to have something hang down here, and I just need to get it out of my way, and then I do like this because I have to give the kids a shower to the children, and then I look in the mirror and I think, wow, Leorah. You know, so this is how my things develop here, and I think all of you can relate to that, so we are all in the same boat, I think. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the looks, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. I'm still working on the special of the lovely lace and the oh, I forgot again the name, romantic lace. Oh. Anyway, the special about the lace scarves, it's just that this came in between because it was requested, so I pushed off the other things a little bit towards the back, but it is gonna come. And yeah, so I really like this. I also love the color combination, and it's so happy. I love this. Anyway, if this video made you happy, then give it a like, and if you're new here, then please subscribe to my channel. And other than that, just go ahead and sparkle, enjoy wrapping, enjoy colors, and just being creative. And I'll see you here next time. Hugs and kisses. Bye.